We're getting ready to get into the spirit of the Christmas holidays around here in the lakes. Oh, boy, here we go. In our studio, two of our favorite crazy people, Julia Adams and Bill Rives of the Marble Falls Chamber. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in. It is time for the 25th Annual Parade of Lights and opening of the Walkway of Lights. It's coming up this Friday, and it all starts with a big parade on Saturday night.
No, Friday
night, I'm sorry.
20th.
Friday night, 6 o'clock, yes. And it's going to be the same route that we've had in the past, going down Main Street. And so everybody get out there and get there early. But you need to get there early because it sounds like it could be one of the longest parades ever because you're going to honor all of the grand marshals. How many grand marshals are you going to have at that thing this year?
Well, we've identified 57 folks in our community that were instrumental in the first couple of years. Mm-hmm. Not all of them live in the area, and actually, unfortunately, a few of them have passed away. But we probably will have 20 or 30, put them on a couple of trailers with some hay and let them smile and wave and let the community just say thank you very much for their foresight and their wisdom and their commitment 25 years
25
ago.
years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be great, and it all concludes after the parade, the opening of the Walkway of Lights, which is always a big deal. Year before last, they were remodeling my condo, and so they put me up in the hotel down there. And
La Quinta?
It's the one over by Chili's. Which one is it?
Oh, that's the Hampton.
Hampton
Oh,
Inn.
nice.
And man, the view was
Perfect view.
unbelievable. It was at this time of the year, so I was able to see the Walkway of Lights from the hotel every night, and man, it was just stunning. It really was.
There you go.
And how many lights do they use? I remember last year y'all talking about this. How many lights are going to be used the Walkway of Lights this year?
There's over 250 sculptures.
Wow.
So, which
I think that adds up to,
correlates
let's
to
see,
like over 2 million.
carry
Wow.
the one.
yeah.
That's 320 bazillion lights.
Yes.
And it's a lot like the Christmas movie with Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they have to go bulb by bulb if something's
my
not
God.
working.
Oh, boy.
So,
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Julia and Terry Evans and a bunch of folks down there have really, they've been working since October.
Yeah, a lot of preparation for this, and the electric company just loves y'all this time of year.
PEC is sponsors and helps us, and we help them.
A lot.
But you are using those energy-saving bulbs, right?
Of course.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, okay. She said,
Yeah. We just briefly mentioned all the volunteers
What
that have
are
helped
those?
put those together. But are you
They're
still in?
incandescent rope lights?
There you go.
Yeah.
We briefly mentioned the volunteers that helped you put all this together, but do you still need volunteers to help this final
Yes.
week before you get it all going?
We really do. Tomorrow we are going to have 125 live trees delivered.
Oh my gosh!
And the ISF, who really is the main people that help us put up Walkway, they will be digging 125 holes for these trees.
Wow.
So we will need people to come down and put lights on those trees and bows on the garland that
Gotcha.
make up the walkway. So if anybody wants to come, say about 2 to 4 or even a little bit earlier than that, right before lunch or right after lunch to help with that'd be great because it
Should
does
they
take
just
time.
right?
they just
to
show
do
up?
that.
They
Just
do
show
it?
up or
and
call
put 'em to
ahead.
work.
Okay.
No heavy lifting, but all those little details that are
Yeah.
so important that
The
make
little
it a
finishing
special.
touches,
Yeah.
little festive finishing touches.
Yes, and they can put bows on top of the trees and stuff like that.
Cool, that'll get you in the Christmas spirit right
Yeah,
there.
heck yeah. We'll have music.
Yeah, and the Walkway of Lights, it seems like every year it gets better and better. Anything different this year that's added onto it?
I'm not saying.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to come down and see.
Okay, all
And
right.
that's what I say every year. If you want to come down and see what's new, then you will have to come down and see it for yourself.
Now,
All right.
can you reveal another top secret information? Can you tell us who's flipping the switch this year?
Well, we're going to get 57 hands
Oh.
on that.
All the grand
All the
marshals?
grand-
We'll kind of have a ceremonial.
All right,
Yeah,
awesome.
ceremony.
One more thing that I want to mention about Walkway. We have a concession stand down there, and
Yes.
so we let area nonprofits take that. There's no charge for Walkway. It's a gift to the community, but we let the nonprofits go down there and make a little money.
Sell some
whether
hot
it's,
cocoa or cider or
Exactly.
cookies.
Right.
Exactly. So we love the fact that it's a chance to give back to those nonprofits.
And again, speaking of volunteers, are you? Do you need any more volunteers to actually host the walkway to greet?
Sure, we always need people to greet, even people that don't want to do it maybe all the time, but
Right.
maybe want to be a floater. When we need an emergency person, that's always really good.
All right. Should they call the chamber to put themselves on a list?
And they're 2-hour shifts, so I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like...
And a fun way to meet people from all over the
is.
world, not just all over the country.
how many
but
countries did we have last
I think
year?
we had 37 countries and we had 47 states.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Or 39 countries and 47 states.
And it's the
Something like that.
25th
So-
annual Parade of Lights, and after the parade starts at 6 o'clock along Main Street in downtown Marble Falls on Friday night, and then immediately after that, that's when they light up the Walkway of Lights. How long is the Walkway of Lights going to be open? When does it run through? After
January
1st. That's what I
So
All the way
weather
through.
permitting. So
Yeah.
if you look on the website or you call the chamber, if it's been raining, obviously electricity and water don't mix.
No, not a
And we
good
don't
combo.
want anybody to get hurt down
You're
there.
just walking on a grassy hillside. That doesn't
Yeah.
sound-
Yeah. Slip sliding
Slip
away.
sliding
Yeah.
away.
Some people might be asking about Santa.
Yes.
Santa will be coming Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Well, also opening night, he'll be there, but
Right.
through until probably the 19th of December.
Because
And
he's
then
a busy
he needs to
dude.
get ready
Yeah.
to go out and
Now, is the Walkway of Lights, is it just open on the weekends, or is it open every day through
Every
July
day.
1st?
And
Every
again,
day,
weather
weather
permitting.
permitting.
42 days.
Wow.
If we're lucky.
That's great. And is there a cost involved for anybody who
no,
wants
it's
to go?
straight by donation.
I love that.
But that does keep Walkway up and running.
Right.
And we are so blessed to have so many
Sponsors.
as great sponsors.
Want to do a shout out to Whataburger and Baylor Scott and White and
Johnson
Johnson
Sewell.
Sewell, Ford and Lincoln.
All right.
Love you guys. Thanks for.
And everybody else that there's just too many to name, but without them, we really wouldn't be able to.
And without you guys too.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all.
Without Julia.
Here.
Yeah. and think about it, it'll be the last one for Bill Reeves. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm going to get him down there. I'm going to call him at 10 o'clock at night.
This could be Papa's last Christmas.
Bill's going to be stepping down as the executive director from the Marble Falls Chamber of Commerce, but he'll be around. We was talking off the air about some of the things he's involved in, and it sounds like he's going to be busier after he retires than he was when
I've
he's
already
working.
hit him up for a few things myself.
Janie's not listening.
All right, y'all get out there and enjoy the parade this Friday night, starting at 6 o'clock downtown Marble Falls, and then check out the lighting of the Parade of Lights right
Oh,
afterward.
we need to say one thing.
Oh, yeah.
If you
Go
don't mind. People will not be throwing candy from the floats this
That's right,
year.
that's
If
right.
you want to have candy, there should be some people maybe following beside the floats or behind the floats and handing out candy. This is strictly a safety measure.
Keep the kids from
Keep the
running
kids
out in
from
front of
running
those
out
floats.
And because it scares the people that are driving the floats. and
I've
it's just-
added a few gray hairs to my head last year. I remember because of that.
So, we will be having candy, but it will be handed out. So if you want some candy and you can see somebody that's got it in their hands, feel free to casually walk up to them. Don't run.
All right.
There you go.
There you go. Julia Adams, Bill Reeves, Marble Falls Chamber of Commerce, thank y'all for being here.
Thank you, Ed.
And
Thank you,
Merry
Kenny.
Christmas, y'all.
Oh, oh, oh.